Join us on a problem-solving journey through your hometown that invites you to see buildings and structures through the eyes of architects as solutions to complex problems. This guided tour of architectural icons in our community introduces critical thinking skills. These skills lead to successful problem solving and can be applied to nearly all disciplines and situations. Critical thinking includes these key activities: asking questions, defining a problem, examining evidence, analyzing assumptions and biases, avoiding oversimplification, considering interpretations, tolerating ambiguity. The journey begins with the problem-solving process called design. By our nature, human beings look for patterns. Simple, familiar patterns are most appealing to us. The stores where we shop have predictable pathways. Buildings and communities have patterns too. When those patterns aren't predictable, when things seem out of place or become too complex, we tend to get lost and frustrated. Sometimes we like or dislike something based on whether it makes sense to us. Architects create clarity and order, both within the building and within the surrounding community. Learning how the building will be used helps the architect design it in a way that makes sense. All buildings and structures are built with a specific context, a location and time frame, to solve a problem by creating a form that is dedicated to its function. Look at old and new structures that serve different functions and different groups of people and ask the questions. Who uses this building? For what purpose? When was it built? What was the social context? Where was it built? How well did it work? Architects define a problem by asking questions. They ask questions, listen, analyze, weigh emotional reactions or biases, observe people and activities, compare previous solutions, predetermine what the obstacles might be. They may come up with a number of alternative solutions that address many different needs of many different types of users. There may be more meetings, many opinions, and challenges. They sort through all this information and go back to the drawing board, using the critical thinking process. They continue to ask questions, listen, and compare possible solutions. They use design tools such as measuring, sketching, modeling to develop new solutions. The challenges are part of the creative and analytical process. Design is a problem-solving process that balances multiple needs and functions for multiple people, but there is no single right answer or solution. Take a look around your hometown at buildings, structures, and bridges to discover the architectural thought process that resulted in the solution. Let's begin the journey in problem solving through architecture. Bridges. They define the identity and character of many cities located on water. The Gay Street Bridge opened on July 9, 1897. It defines Knoxville as a river city. Bridges cross water, connecting communities that were once difficult to reach. The Gay Street Bridge connected downtown to South Knoxville. But streetcars had just converted from animal power to electric power in Knoxville, so this bridge was not originally designed for automobiles. The Eiffel Tower, completed in 1889, was quite literally the height of fashion in architecture. It was, at that time, the tallest building in the world. The Gay Street Bridge used the same style of spandrel-braced arches that were used in the Eiffel Tower. Steel construction had been introduced in the 1850s. It allowed for longer spans, fewer piers, and lighter construction than ever before, and allowed ships and barges to pass beneath. The Gay Street Bridge kept its importance as a river city and allowed the economy to extend opportunities for growth. Bridges can do more than connect remote locations over water. In 1345, a bridge in Florence, Italy, became famous for many businesses that were located on it. And today, a modern bridge in Knoxville solves complex problems and serves multiple functions, including the transportation needs of a growing population. Mass transportation is part of the life in the big city. Subways, trains, buses. It's good for the environment because it reduces traffic, pollution, and gas usage. It is vital to the economy for workers, visitors, and shoppers. The Knoxville Transit Center, completed in August of 2010, was built for bus travelers. It's located in the busy part of downtown where mass transportation is most needed for travelers. There wasn't much land available downtown. The land in the area was already being used as a major roadway, so a bridge was built that goes over the existing road. Travelers can use the bridge to walk safely from the bus into town. This modern transit center needed to blend with existing buildings. The curved awnings of the transit center follow the wave pattern of the Civic Coliseum roofline and also the Tennessee Amphitheater at the World's Fair site. It was built to present Knoxville as a modern mass transit community, to meet the needs of a growing population, and to address growing concerns of the environment and rising fuel costs. The Transit Center is recognized as one of Knoxville's buildings that is certified for its energy conservation and environmental design. A multiple-purpose bridge, a solution to many problems. It was a project that required critical thinking, years of meetings, projections of the future of the community, studies of traffic patterns and population density, and pollution. The combined efforts of two architectural firms working together. The Tennessee Theater, opened in 1928, is Knoxville's grand entertainment palace. It is the official state theater of Tennessee, and it is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. The first air-conditioned public building in Knoxville, it was designed with elegance in mind. Its Spanish Moorish style interior helps convey the theater's reputation for first-class, worldly entertainment, and it reinforces the historical importance of the building. After years of vibrant use as a movie theater, followed by years of neglect, it was restored in 2005 to be used as a performance venue and also to show movies. The restoration required an innovative engineering solution that extended the back of the theater over State Street to allow for expansion of the stage area. The restoration of old buildings like the Tennessee Theater requires a complex problem-solving process, including how the stage was expanded over a street. There are many technical and cost considerations. Why not build something new instead? In addition to cultural value and historical significance, restoration may be a wise use of existing resources. A new energy-efficient office building that includes as much as 40% recycled materials would still take 65 years to recover the energy and resources lost in demolishing a comparable existing building. And renovation may also be important to the economy of a city. The renovation of an old building can be the starting point for the redevelopment of a block, street, or district. Such was the case in downtown Knoxville, an area that is still experiencing renewed interest and growth. The Art and Architecture building at the University of Tennessee was designed as a laboratory for learning for design students. It represents the field of architecture with its modern design. It was designed by an architecture firm that won a design competition with 50-plus entries. The building was completed in 1981. The building houses the UT College of Architecture and Design for students of art, architecture, interior design, and landscape architecture. As a learning laboratory for teaching architecture, the building demonstrates functionality, spatial relationships, and environmental issues. The building's exterior walls, commonly called the skin, were designed to reduce energy use. Windows can be opened for natural airflow. The multifunctional building has 12 divisions or sections, referred to as bays by architects. It houses photo labs, studios, a print shop, offices, a gallery, and a 125-seat auditorium. The long atrium space runs the length of the 360-foot building. Each end has a fire stairway enclosed in glass. These features enhance the natural daylighting of the building, essential to its functionality for design students, and also enhances the sense of space while encouraging an open, collaborative working environment. The Art in Architecture building is a solution to the problem of how to design a building as a learning laboratory for design. As you visit buildings and drive through a town, maybe you'll have a sense of the problem-solving process, the way problems are defined, learning to ask the questions, understanding the context and challenges, listening to different opinions and needs, and pulling all of the information together. When you see a building, as you decide whether you like it or not, consider the who, what, when, where, and how. Ask yourself and others questions, knowing that sometimes in life, like in architecture, there may not be one answer. Gather as much information as you can. Ask questions, look, listen, accept challenges, and think of the many different ways to solve the problem. This is how thoughtful ideas are generated and how creative solutions to complex problems can be considered.